Запрошуємо до слова. We give the floor to Colonel Dmytro Gutsulyak, spokesman of the Ministry of Defense, with information about the Ministry's activities over the last days. Good morning, dear guests. The President of Ukraine, Chief Commander of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, signed an order number 278/2017 on decision of the National Security and Defense Council of Ukraine as of September 13, 2017, on proposals to draft state budget of Ukraine for 2018 related to the articles concerning national security and defense. According to the order, no less than 5% of Ukrainian GDP in the next year will be allocated for needs of security and defense of the country. And for the needs of the Ministry of Defense, over 83 billion hryvnia will be allocated, including more than 81.5 billion from the General Fund. In addition, starting from 2018, the government will leave the funds of the special fund of the state budget for needs of those bodies which provided these funds. In 2018, the priorities for funding in defense and security sector shall be such sectors as strengthening anti-aircraft defense of the state, strengthening capacity of the air forces of Ukraine, cyber security and policy in this field, intensive military training of the armed forces of Ukraine, improving social guarantees for servicemen, in particular ensuring better salaries and difference in salaries for different military ranks. In addition, by the 1st of November this year, the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine has to address the issue of mortgage loans with beneficial rates for servicemen and their families. To implement the roadmap of reforms, the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine continues to develop regulatory documents necessary for reforms. As of today, the Presidential Administration, Ukrainian Parliament, and Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine adopted 74 regulatory documents prepared by the Ministry of Defense. These documents deal with improving defense readiness, reforms in the Ministry of Defense, in the General Staff, and other bodies in defense sector, and as well creation of interministerial group for creation of a unified system of logistics and partnership with NATO Maintenance and Supply Agency. As of today, yet 32 draft regulatory projects undergo analysis in the Ministry submitted by the Ministry of Defense, and the Committee on Financial, Economic and Legal Policy, the Committee on Development of Energy and Fuel Complex, etc., will analyze the draft law on status of veterans of war and social guarantees for veterans of war in the part related to social protection of servicemen who became disabled as a result of injuries, contusion, or illnesses which happened to them during their mission in the east of Ukraine. According to the draft law, they will receive social aid. In addition, the committee will analyze a draft provision of the government on creation of state research institute for testing and certification of military equipment. And the parliament currently analyzes draft law on amendments to regulatory documents on accommodation for servicemen and families of servicemen who died when performing their mission. According to the draft law, will introduce better regulation on the issues related to providing accommodation for servicemen enlisted during mobilization and for their families, as well as accommodation for families of those soldiers who were killed or are missing. Over the last week, 338 servicemen and staff members of the Armed Forces of Ukraine received awards from the Ministry of Defense. Since the start of the anti-terrorist operation in the east of Ukraine, more than 43,500 servicemen received awards from the Ministry of Defense. More than 27,000 received state awards. Some days ago, in the National Sports Complex Olympijski, the 12th competition called Prauta started for staff members of ministries and other bodies of central executive authorities. This competition is held from September to December 2017 and includes 11 types of sports. In the first day, the teams had competition on athletics, and the team of the Ministry of Defense won the first prize. And other sportsmen from the Ukrainian army continue to win awards in international competitions. For instance, Lieutenant Junior of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Oleg Voronyaev, won 1 gold and 2 bronze medals on the Cup on sports gymnastics in Paris. In total, Ukrainian team won 8 awards. On September 18th, a delegation headed by Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Great Britain, Judith Gough, and Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Canada, Roman Vasyuk, visited the training camp of Ukrainian team of Invictus Games. They were accompanied by military attachés of the Great Britain and Canada, representatives of Ukrainian Ministry of Sports, and others. They communicated with the Ukrainian team and even participated in common training with them. And I would like to inform you that today at 4 p.m. there will be a ceremony related to departure of Ukrainian team to Invictus Games. It will take place in the Central House of Officers. There will be also a photo exhibition that will demonstrate photos from various stages of preparation to the competition. The registration for mass media who want to cover the event will start at 3:30 p.m. in the hall of the Central House of Officers. You can find more details at the official website of the Ministry of Defense. That would be all for today. Thank you.